Denmark. It's illegal to start your car if there's someone under it. Yes, this is a real law. In Denmark, it's actually illegal to start your car if there's a person underneath it, which raises the question, how often was this happening that lawmakers had to step in? Apparently, the answer is too often. It's one of those laws that really shouldn't need to exist, like putting a warning on a hairdryer that says, do not use while sleeping. If you need the law to remind you not to hit the gas while someone's under your vehicle, maybe the real issue isn't the law, it's you. Still, somewhere, somehow, this exact mistake happened, and now it's illegal. Arizona. No donkeys in bathtubs. Yes, this is a real law. In Arizona, it's illegal to let a donkey sleep, sit, or soak in a bathtub. Why? Because back in the 1920s, a rancher had a donkey who loved lounging in an old tub outside his house. One day, a flash flood hit, swept the bathtub and the donkey down a canyon. The poor animal floated for miles, and a full-scale rescue mission was launched. It took hours, manpower, and a lot of confused townsfolk to save him. So lawmakers decided no more bathtubs for donkeys. Just like that, one stubborn animal's spa day became a statewide legal emergency. Florida. Pay the meter if you park an elephant. Yes, in Florida, if you park an elephant at a metered space, you legally have to pay the meter, just like you would for a car. This bizarre law dates back to the early 20th century, during the golden age of traveling circuses. Elephants were basically RVs with trunks, and circus performers would ride into towns like Sarasota, tie their elephants to parking meters, and stroll off like everything was normal. The city eventually said, if you're taking up a spot, even with a 5-ton animal, you're paying for it. The law still exists today, so if you're cruising downtown on your elephant, don't forget to bring coins. Scotland. You have to let people use your toilet. Yes, in Scotland, there's an old law that says if someone knocks on your door and asks to use the bathroom, you're legally supposed to let them in. Sounds like the beginning of a prank show, but it actually comes from ancient traditions of Highland hospitality, where turning away a traveler in need was considered disgraceful. Over time, this evolved into an unofficial yet widely believed rule of public decency. So, technically, you could stroll down a Scottish street and request a bathroom break at every house. Just don't actually try it. Scots are known for being warm and welcoming, but not for tolerating random toilet tourists. France. You can't name a pig. Napoleon. Apparently, France takes its emperors very seriously, especially the short, angry ones. It's actually illegal to name a pig Napoleon, a law that dates all the way back to the 1800s. The idea was to preserve the dignity of France's former emperor and avoid turning him into a barnyard punchline. So yes, technically, Animal Farm is banned in its original form. If your pig's name is Napoleon, you could be seen as insulting the nation's legacy. Want to call him Baconator, Sir Snorts-a-Lot, or Steve? Totally fine. But Napoleon? That's a porkable offense. Australia. You can't have more than 50 kilograms of potatoes. Yes, in parts of Western Australia, it's actually illegal to possess more than 50 kilograms of potatoes. This strange law dates back to the mid-20th century, when the Potato Marketing Board tightly regulated how potatoes were grown, sold, and distributed. Kind of like a starchy version of prohibition. Farmers or transporters caught with too many spuds could be fined or investigated for black market potato dealing. It sounds ridiculous, but the law is technically still enforceable today. So if you're planning a massive fry-up or running a secret chip cartel, maybe keep it under 50 kilos, or risk facing the Tater Task Force. England. No handling salmon. Suspiciously. Yes, under the Salmon Act of 1986, it's actually illegal in England to handle salmon in suspicious circumstances. What does that even mean? Honestly, no one's entirely sure. The law was originally meant to crack down on illegal salmon fishing and black market fish sales, but the wording leaves a lot of room for interpretation. Picture this. You're walking down a dark alley in a trench coat, gripping a raw salmon like it's classified intel. You look around nervously. Boom. Technically, you've broken the law. It sounds less like real legislation and more like a rejected scene from a gritty Finding Nemo reboot. Fishy business, indeed. Oklahoma. Don't make ugly faces at dogs. This one's an absolute gem. In Oklahoma, it's actually illegal to make an ugly face at a dog. Yep, not hit it, not yell at it, just look at it weird. The law is hilariously vague. What counts as an ugly face? Does the dog have to look offended? Is it up to the dog owner's judgment? Imagine pulling a goofy grin at a poodle and getting fined because its human thinks you were being disrespectful. It might sound silly, but the message is clear. In Oklahoma, dogs get treated with dignity, even the yappy, bitey, slightly deranged ones. So, save the stink face, or you could end up with a legal citation for rough behavior. Switzerland. You must own guinea pigs in pairs. This law isn't dumb, just oddly specific. In Switzerland, guinea pigs are recognized as social animals that need companionship, so keeping just one is actually classified as animal abuse. If your furry friend passes away, you're legally expected to find them a new buddy. This compassionate yet strict regulation means you could find yourself in a never-ending cycle of guinea pig ownership. It's like a fluffy, emotional chain reaction, kind of like Pokemon but softer, squeakier, and with way more hay involved. Italy. No frowning in Milan. In Milan, public frowning is technically illegal, unless you're at a funeral or in a hospital. The city aims to keep everyone's spirits high and maintain a positive vibe. But imagine this, you're stuck in terrible traffic, you accidentally spill espresso all over your pants, and you can't help but grimace. If a police officer happens to catch your frown, you could get fined. Milan basically wants you to smile through the chaos, as if every moment on the streets is part of a glamorous fashion show. Because, well, in Milan, it kind of is. Samoa. Forgetting your wife's birthday is illegal. This one's genius. In Samoa, if you forget your wife's birthday, you're legally in trouble. This law is honestly kind of genius. In Samoa, if you forget your wife's birthday, you're actually breaking the law. The severity of the punishment might depend on just how upset she is. Okay, maybe that part is a joke. But the law itself is serious and aims to promote domestic harmony and respect within marriages. Let's be real though, even without any legal consequences, forgetting your spouse's birthday is already a major social faux pas. Samoa just decided to make what everyone knows official and legally binding. New Jersey. It's illegal to wear a bulletproof vest while committing a crime. Believe it or not, in New Jersey, it's against the law to wear a bulletproof vest while committing a crime. So if you decide to rob a bank or pull off any illegal stunt while decked out in body armor, you're not only charged with the crime itself, but also with the additional offense of being too prepared. It's like the law is saying, if you're going to break the rules, don't be too smart about it. Basically, no crime and protection combo allowed here. Double trouble awaits. Thailand. Must wear underwear. Yes, this one's real. In Thailand, it's actually illegal to leave your house without wearing underwear. It's part of a broader effort to maintain public decency and social order, though it definitely raises some cheeky questions. For instance, how exactly do authorities check? Is there an official underwear inspector on patrol? Luckily, this law operates mostly on the honor system, so no one's kicking down doors demanding panty proof. But still, better safe than sorry. If you're planning a trip to Thailand, pack extra undies, because going commando could technically turn you into a criminal. Fashion police? More like under fashion police. Venice, Italy. No feeding pigeons. Think twice before tossing breadcrumbs to your feathery friends in Venice. Feeding pigeons is strictly illegal here. Why? Because these birds, charming as they may seem, have a terrible habit of pooping on centuries-old architecture. Apparently, nothing says cultural ruin like pigeon poop on a Renaissance masterpiece. The city takes it seriously too. Violators can be fined anywhere from €50 to €700. So that innocent breadcrumb toss could turn into the most expensive snack of your life. Venice would rather you admire the pigeons from a distance, preferably while eating gelato, not sharing it. Fly casual, but feed nothing. South Africa. Bear wrestling ban. Planning to wrestle a bear in South Africa? Well, don't. It's illegal. Not just wrestling, but also hugging or even touching a bear. The law exists to protect both people and bears from unnecessary harm, regardless of whether either party is into it. The best part? There are no native bears in South Africa. So, essentially, it's a law preventing you from doing something that's almost impossible in the first place. It's like banning dragon jousting or unicorn rodeos. But hey, if you ever do spot a bear there, just wave politely from a distance. No cuddles allowed.